What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two Confrontational, where we preview each week of the NFL, give our picks and predictions for the upcoming week. And what a ride it's been the last few weeks, man. Vegas has been kicking our butts, and it's not been pretty. Yeah, I mean, through the last 3 weeks, there's been a lot of upsets, a lot of underdogs winning. Like 2 weeks ago, there's a lot of comebacks coming back down 14 points, things of that nature. Teams you wouldn't be. Yeah, we've said it over and over. Teams aren't where you thought they would be coming into week 7 here. There's a lot of question marks around the NFL right now and what teams are, what teams, yeah, are looking like as far as some of the other teams. So, yeah, let's hop right into it. Week 7. Let's actually recap our records and everything. First
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
I did dog shit last week. I went 8-7, making my overall record 57, 35, and 1. Yeah, a lot of Carolina. That one hurt me. That Dallas pick hurt me. I had a 5-leg or 6-leg team parlay, and Dallas was the only one that lost on that one. So that was rough for me. That Dallas one probably hurt a lot of people.
hmm
Detroit, I think 80%, maybe a lot of money was on Detroit on that Sunday night game versus Kansas City, and Kansas City came out and showed that the Kansas City Chiefs are still the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Eagles
Um,
won on Thursday night. Definitely hurt
yeah, the New York
95% of the
Giants
people.
on
Yeah.
Thursday night, yeah, that was
Yep.
huge, and then Buffalo losing on Monday night. That was
hmm
and Washington losing on Monday night. Like a lot of team, yeah, a lot of games, a lot of question marks, like we said around the NFL. Yeah, I went 8-7 last week. What'd you go?
I went 9-6, so not too much better than you. Yeah, we got to pick it up because I mean, last week I think I won 5 or 6 games. The week before I went 9-6 or 9-7. Um, First 2 weeks I started hot, but obviously losing something. And this is a tough. I don't know. This year is definitely tougher than the past 2 years because everything's going on. I mean, obviously there's no juggernauts anymore. Um, I mean, if you could call the Buccaneers a juggernaut, but like the original juggernauts, like the Eagles, the Baltimore Ravens, the Chiefs
Indianapolis
didn't
Colts.
Chiefs didn't start out very high. Yeah, the Colts are the juggernaut now. The Chiefs and the Buccaneers, top of the AFC and top of the NFC. So yeah, it's just not the same. But obviously, you got to roll with the punches and keep on picking. So try to do better this week. But just looking at the slate here, there's a lot of tough games. So we'll see
Yeah,
how we do this week.
another tough week coming up, week 7. Yeah, that is going to be a tough slate. There's only 3 divisional games really, but a lot of these teams, like, yeah, Philadelphia's lost 2 back to back. Yeah,
Buffalo's
uh,
lost 2 back to back.
yep, Buffalo lost 2 back to back against the
Yep.
Patriots in last week. Yeah, I mean, Kansas City's looking good now, and then you have question marks. I don't know if you have question marks around Detroit, but they're banged up, and they got a lot of people. Like Deion Branch just got suspended for a
hmm
game from punching Juju in the mouth there and getting into a tussle at the end of Sunday night, which was kind of fun to watch. But you
Yeah.
can't be doing that after the game. But I guess he did get a cheap block in the back. I mean, I don't know, it wasn't side to side; it was shoulder pad. But yeah,
Little crack
it's
back block. Nothing
yeah,
wrong with
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so yeah, let's hop right into it. There's a divisional game heading off Thursday night though. A lot of Thursday night divisional games this year, and they mentioned it last week on Thursday night, or even the Pat McAfee show. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, they said a lot of divisional games on Thursday night, and it's kind of going back to what it used to be like 20 years ago, and they had divisional games Thursday nights, everything like that. They're asking Kirk Herbstreit and all that, or no, yeah, who I can't remember who it was, but yeah, a lot of good Thursday night games.
hmm
But you have Pittsburgh heading into Cincinnati to take on Joe Flacco and the Cincinnati Bengals, who put up a pretty good decent fight last week against the Packers. I mean,
Yeah, they did.
obviously they still got beat, but they still put up 18 points against a good stout Packers defense, which kind of looking a little. I don't know. What do you? Yeah, you could add to that along with your pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals, 4-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, I should say here. Let
hmm
me share my screen here. 4-1 Pittsburgh Steelers there. And then you got the 2-4 Bengals. Pittsburgh's favored by 4.5. But yeah, what do you got to add to this game here?
Yeah, I mean, I just think, yeah, as far as the Bengals have kind of talked about, they look pretty good. Yeah, pretty good last week against the Packers. I don't know, Joe Flacco. I think bringing Joe Flacco really does help. Um, and then just obviously, yeah, Packers didn't do well against the pass. I guess he passed for 200, 2 touchdowns, got sacked once. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good compared to what's their backups name?
Jake Browning.
Jake Browning.
Hmm.
So yeah, looked pretty well. The run game couldn't get going, but obviously that's against the number one rush defense in the Packers. So doing fine. I think yeah, bringing in Joe Flacco is a big benefit for them to turn around the season. Try to hopefully, but no. In this game, I think the Steelers, the connection between DK Metcalf or Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf is huge. You obviously take it back last week, he's 100 yards touchdown. Week before that against the Vikings, 120 yards receiving and a touchdown. So that connection is just getting stronger and stronger, I think, each week. And then, yeah, Steelers defense against that weak run game, I don't think, I mean, Chase Brown, not great. I don't know. He was baller last year, not this year. And then obviously, like, I was going to mention this too, bringing in Joe Flacco instead of Jake Browning. You got T. Higgins with 12 targets, or Jamar
Jamar
Chase with 12
Chase.
targets, and then T. Higgins with 8. So that's 20 targets, and they were getting 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 with Jake Browning. So obviously that's a benefit to that offense. But no, give me the Steelers all the way. I think that DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers connection is going to take over, and I think the Bengals take another one at home.
You think the Bengals get it done over the
No,
Steelers?
I think they take another loss at home.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, but yeah, I mean, Jamar Chase though, he's been putting up numbers. I mean, he's
Yeah,
fifth,
yeah.
top five in receiving yards this year behind like Jackson, names of Jackson Smith-Njigba or
Mm-hmm.
Howard JSN, let's just say it that, and then Puka Nakua and those guys. But I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter who's throwing the ball to him, he's still gonna get his. But the Steelers defense have really been picking it up here the last couple of weeks. I think last podcast I said they're a little lackluster, but they really proved me wrong last week, and they're leading their division. The
Mm-hmm.
last 3 weeks, each team in the AFC North, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Browns are all 0-3 in the last 3 weeks. Steelers are 2-0 with obviously with that bye week last week, but I mean, yeah, I mean. It's a hell of a run for the Steelers, and if they can pull out their schedule, like we reviewed their schedule, it's not too tough. And even if they go like 4-2, like you said, sitting at 8-3, heading into like week 10, something like that. I mean, week 12. I mean that'd be kind of cool for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Maybe one more repeat for Aaron before he heads out. But
That'd be pretty
uh,
crazy.
it is a divisional game, so obviously 4.5 seems right. Steelers defense though has been picking it up. I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers with you on this one on Thursday night. But yeah, mention that stat that you shared with me earlier about Mike Tomlin
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Tomlin 0-6 on Thursday Night Football on the road against a divisional opponent. So pretty crazy. He's been coaching the NFL for 18, 20 years. Long time. Never had a under a 500 record, but he on Thursday Night Football against on the road against a divisional opponent, he's never won a game. So something to think about. I still think he's going to add one to the win column here, and he's going to be 1-6. But it's still something to think about when you're betting just 0-6, very bad odds against Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
So we'll
yeah,
see. It's yeah,
Bengals.
crazy
Yeah,
stat.
Bengals O line not looking good though. I mean, yeah, you mentioned that run game. Chase Brown hasn't been getting really anything going
Mm-mm.
all season, really. Even when Joe Burrow was there first couple weeks. So I mean, yeah, it's been tough going for the Bengals. I think they might need to trade somebody away. Like I think you said Trey Henderson was
He's
questionable.
hurt. He's questionable, but I think I did see a team. Oh yeah, San Francisco 49ers with Fred out, and then also Bosa. They're looking for an interior lineman outside or edge rusher, so might be a name to look at for Trey Henderson. I know they're reaching out, so he
Yeah,
might be
trade
gone after
deadline
he might be trade deadline in 3 weeks, I believe. So he might be gone. Yeah, when he get returns from injury, so we'll see.
could. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But that's a good Thursday night game, divisional matchup. It's fun to watch on Thursday night. Kind of get something worth watching there. But let's move on to Sunday morning. Another one across the pond there in London, England. Last week did not impress at all with the Jets and the Broncos in
No,
England, 11-13. I think it was last week. It was just not
terrible
a fun
game,
game to
terrible.
watch. 9 sacks on Justin Fields. Hopefully he's feeling a little bit better after that. But this one should be a good one. You got the 4-2 Rams, 4-2 Jaguars. Rams favored by 3.5. Both got a dub. Did Jags get a dub? Yeah. No, they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. But they're still looking good. 4-2. Head at the top of that, one of the top teams in the AFC there, and Rams sitting good at the top of the NFC there with the Bucks and the Packers and all those good guys. But
Yep.
yeah, what do you got to add in this one? Puka Nakua questionable. We don't know.
Yep. Day to
But
day
yeah,
for so far, but I think yeah, Puka Nacua is day to day, but I know that Sean McVay did say like it wasn't very optimistic in saying like yeah, he's day to day, but we got to obviously take every precaution. Whether sitting, I don't think they play Puka Nacua. Let him rest up. And then Jacksonville Jaguars coming off that loss, they 20-12 against the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, obviously Seattle's a good team, but the week before that they had a great game against Kansas City Chiefs. Tough, I think it's a tough matchup, but I do think obviously Puka Nacua goes down, but that gives all the catches or targets to Devontae Adams. Still got Kyron Williams, still got Matt Stafford. I think that offense is still too powerful. And I've said this multiple times, and they haven't really let me down once. I'm gonna go the LA Rams against the Jacksonville Jaguars at 8:30 a.m. in London. You said it was?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Rams.
Yep. It is in London. Jaguars are used to playing overseas, though. I think they've played every year for the past like 6 years or something like that overseas, maybe even 8. But they are used to going overseas and everything like that. So that is something to keep in mind on that one as well. Rams defense, though, you mentioned their offense. Their defense looked really stout last week. I guess they were going up against the Baltimore Ravens and Cooper Rush,
Mm-hmm.
but I that Rams defense is stout. That Landman, he's top 5 in tackles this year. You got Jared Verse, Frisky, Frisky is that the other Florida State
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
Frisky, I think, or Connor Frisky.
yeah,
I can't remember his name. Yeah,
yeah. But anyway, yeah, their defense is looking good. Um, yeah, Jaguars defense didn't look great last week with the addition of Greg Newsome got burnt on like one of the first drives of the game. So that was tough to see. They are, I mean, still, I don't know if they're utilizing Travis Hunter as well as they should be. He had
mm-hmm.
like 53 snaps on offense last week and 22 on defense. But he only had like 4 catches for 15 yards, and one of the catches was for 14 yards. So like 3 catches for 1 yard. I mean, yeah,
Right.
tough to see that out of a huge playmaker that you have on your team. And then, yeah, I don't know. They got to figure it out if strictly offense, strictly. I don't know. I think they just have to figure it out with what they want to do with him there.
Yeah, I think
Um,
receiver all the way. I mean,
yeah, but Brian Thomas Jr. had a stellar game last week too. Can this Rams defense keep up with both of those if they play all those guys? Travis Etienne's been playing well. Didn't have a great game
mm-hmm.
last week, but this one should be a close one. There should be a fun one. I think I'm gonna go Jags in this one. If you're going Rams, I think I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Jaguars just because I'm 4 games behind on the record, but I think the Jags have been playing really well, offense and defense and special teams. Just to maybe Rams coming all the way across the country or all the way across the world, excuse me, from LA all the way over to London, England. That's a long ass flight, halfway across the world there. And the Jaguars only have to go a quarter of the way, since they're on the West Coast there, so or East Coast. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me the Jaggies in this one, just because they're used to playing over there, and Trevor Lawrence is looking good, Brian Thomas Jr. looking good. Let's give me the Jaguars in this one.
There you go.
Yeah, then let's go on to another noon o'clock game. The Bears at Soldier Field hosting the 1-5 Saints. Got that one dub a couple weeks ago against the Giants, but right back to how they are next this last week. They're dropping to the Patriots. I mean, they did put up 19 points, so nothing to snock at, but yeah, I mean, yeah, 1-5 Saints, 3-2 Bears. You got a huge win over the Washington Commanders by 1 point. They've actually won 25-24 the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Las Vegas Raiders,
Raiders.
the 25-24, and then last night 25-24 against the Commies. But they're
Yep.
favored by 4.5 there. Yeah, big win from them. But yeah, what do you got to add? 1-5 Saints, 3-2 Bears.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge for the Bears. Obviously, speaking as a Packers fan, I don't like it. Obviously, because they're playing pretty well. I mean, they're 3-0, and they started 0-2, and now they're 3-0. I don't know. The Saints are iffy. I mean, obviously they're hit and miss. Not I mean, they're obviously not great. What are they sitting at 1-5?
Yeah.
But they had that big win, yeah, a few weeks ago. And it wasn't a big win because that was Jackson Dart's second game starting. So can't
He
really
did
say it's
play
a big
like
game.
he did play like fart that game though.
Yeah, Jackson Fart. Yeah, hopefully we don't have to turn that into a nickname. But no, I just think the Bears are hitting on all cylinders. Yeah, Caleb looks comfortable. Obviously, still a little bit crazy running around in the pocket, but he's making good throws. He's starting to learn that new offense. Uh, yeah, I got to go Bears at home. I don't think might be a tough place to play, but I just think they're a little bit better than the Saints. And I think they get it. And like you said, they've won by 1 point the past 2 weeks. So it might be that same type of deal, but I think they'll sneak out of this one and get a win. So I think they improved to 4-2, and that's the best they've been in who knows how many years, 5 years, 4 years.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go Bears at home.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I mean, it feels like and it looks like obviously Bears are on a 3 game win streak there, but I feel like Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson are starting to kind of communicate on the same page, and they're starting to get familiar with obviously the new scheme, the new playbook, everything like that. But I think they're starting
Mm-hmm.
to get used to it. DeAndre Swift had a stellar game last week, his biggest game of the season. He had a
Yep.
big catch and run and a big run to kind of seal the game there and get into field goal position for that game-winning field goal there. Um, yeah, by Jake Moody coming from the 49ers, by the way.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, this one should be. I mean, it might be a close one, but I think the Bears might get it done. They're adding their defense is getting healthier and healthier every week. They got two big additions back last week. I can't remember off the top of my head their names, but they got a safety or something like that, and a linebacker or a defensive lineman. But yeah, they're starting to get healthier week by week with on the defensive side. And I think that NFC North is going to be tough to get out of, especially with the Lions, Packers, Bears, and Vikings. If the Vikings drop one next week and the Bears take one, I mean, Bears are sitting at the top right with the Lions and the Packers, so that's kind of
Yep.
scary. But yeah, give me the Bears in this one too. Yeah, give me the Chicago Bears in this one
Yeah.
too.
As much as I hate
Uh,
picking on them, I think this is the lock, and I think they're going to be pretty damn good this year. I mean, obviously a lot of schedule left, but I think they're starting out hot, and so if they continue this, it could be a scary team for the NFC North for sure, and the rest of the
yeah,
NFC, I guess.
yeah. I don't. Do you see him making the playoff push? I guess.
I think, I
When's
mean,
the last time they made the
if you make it,
playoffs?
I mean, if the Lions, they got a few hard games coming up. I know the next one's coming up. I mean, it just depends. I mean, how everything lays out. It's such a weird year where every game does matter, even if it's not in conference or in division. Um, but I mean, obviously, we all have a lot of divisional games left, so I
Yeah,
don't know. It's gonna come down to a lot of every game. I think hit and miss. So yeah,
yeah, but
Bears.
yeah, average throw time for Caleb Williams to wide receiver is like 2.45 seconds. So he's getting the ball out quick. He knows where he's going with the ball, schemed
Hmm.
up well. A lot of wide open receivers in this Ben Johnson offense. So yeah, I mean, I think they're getting it down, and yeah, I think they get the dub. I think that is a for sure lock over the Saints. Yeah, so give me the Bears in this one. Yeah, moving on, you got the Miami Fins, 1-5, not looking good. Lost a couple back to back. I think that three back to back now. And then the Brownies are obviously 0-3 in the last 3 weeks as well. Still trying to figure out what's going on. Quarterback position, Dylan Gabriel didn't look great last week. Do you give him a chance all the way until the bye week and then figure it out if you want to go Shador after that? But yeah, and then Tua on the other hand had some words to say about his locker room and his
Hmm.
captains and teammates there to the press last week as well. In Cleveland, in the dog pound, favored by 2.5. So you got the 1-5 Dolphins, 1-5 Browns. This one actually should be a fun one to watch. To be honest,
Yeah.
I know they're two 1-5 teams, but it should be a fun one to watch. But Cleveland 2.5 points favorites at home over the Finns. Who do you got in this one?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the controversy with Tua, him kind of calling off his teammates, not showing up to meetings on time and stuff like that. He did come out actually today and apologize and said, "Hey, I shouldn't be throwing my teammates underneath the bus." Um, I think he took a lot of accountability for that. I mean, he knows he has to be a leader if he wants his team to succeed. So I don't know. I mean, the Browns, I don't really trust Dylan Gabriel yet. He hasn't really shown me much. I mean, he plays decent, but I mean, has he won a game? No. Um, Tua, I mean, he's hit and miss. Like obviously, you see games that he played. Like what was it, Thursday night, I think he played a few weeks back. I think it was against Buffalo or somebody.
Yeah.
He played pretty good, and they kept it to within a score. So played pretty decent. I'm gonna go Miami Dolphins here. I think obviously without Tyreek Hill, but I got Jalen Waddle, you got Devon Achane. Obviously, Browns defense is great. It's gonna be tough to run against them, but you just gotta have protection, and Tua's got to get the ball out quick, and he's got to find Jalen Waddle and all of his other weapons. But I'm gonna go Miami Dolphins here on the road against the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got, yeah. I don't know what else I mean, if Dolphins lose again, Mike Daniels for sure getting fired.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I
Probably
mean,
most likely.
I think he's coming out and drawing up some crazy ass
Dude,
schemes to
and
get his
he's
players open. Darren Waller too. He scored
yep.
5 touchdowns in the last like 3 or 4 games that he's been available.
Hmm.
Didn't have a whole lot of targets last week, or the catches, I should say. I don't know how many. I forget how many targets,
I
but
think three or four. He had
right.
two
But he had
catches for a touchdown. Yeah.
15 yards and a touchdown or something like that. But yeah, if you can get your playmakers going, yeah, Von Achane had a couple touchdowns last week. Yeah, if you can get Jalen Waddle the ball and get your targets, Malik Washington's been stepping up a little bit as well in replace of Tyreek. Obviously, you can't replace Tyreek, but he's doing his best out there. I mean, yeah, Finns are looking good. Jordan Brooks, leading tackler in the NFL on defense. So
Because they're always on
um,
defense.
yeah, true. I mean, yeah, they
Yep.
does get a lot of tackles on defense because they're always on defense. But yeah, they're putting up points and things like that. I mean, they're not shying away. It was 27-29 against the Chargers. Chargers barely squeaked that one out with a great catch and run from Lad McConkey, like a 45-yard screen play, like yeah, screen, and then he ran for 45 yards. So I mean, it was a tough beat for the Dolphins last week. They've had a couple tough beats the last couple weeks, but yeah, if Dolphins lose again, Mike Daniels is getting fired. So I don't think that's happening. Give me the Finns over the
Yeah.
Browns in the dog pound. I'm surprised that's 2.5 spread. I don't know what Vegas knows, but yeah, give me the Finns in this one over the rookie Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, moving on here, we got the Patriots traveling to Nashville to take on the Titans. Revenge game for Mike Vrabel there and the Patriots. And the way Drake May's been playing, he's top five quarterback. It appears in the NFL right now. The way he's playing, he's
Top five.
balling out
That's pretty. I mean, yeah, I'd probably
right
put him
now.
top 10. Yeah, maybe.
But right
Yeah.
now, the way he's playing, the stats he's putting up, and everything like that, I think he's third passing leader, maybe fourth passing leader on the chart. Like, I mean, he's leading the way in a lot of categories, especially for the rookie class he came out of. He leads
Hmm.
all rookies first out of the first 2 years in stats across the board, first in every single category, yards, touchdown, everything across the board, rating, everything. Drake May leads that. So, yeah, going up against the rookie Cam Ward, who hasn't been putting much together, but he's saying once he gets to playing how he wants to play, the league should be effing scared. So
Yeah.
he has confidence in himself. He has hopefully confidence in his team as well. But yeah, Mike Vrabel coming back to put a butt whooping on the Tennessee Titans here. And New England is favored by 6.5 on the road. Yeah, what do you got to add? What do you got?
I got New England. They didn't. Yeah, Titans just fired their head coach.
Yeah, yep.
So I think that's huge too. I mean, you got an interim coming in.
Callahan
Um,
gone and Mike
yep.
McCoy or something coming in.
Yep. Michael McCoy or yeah, something like
Mike
that. McCoy.
McCray or something like that.
Yeah, so I think that's huge. I mean, some teams bounce back when they had the interim. Obviously, remember last year, 2 years ago, with the Las Vegas Raiders. Um,
Tonio
uh,
Pierce, yep.
it came in and they won 2 games, I think. And they were all the locker room was pumped. Didn't have the coach give them all the orders. No, but I think the Patriots are too good of a team. Yeah, Brable coming home, got to put an ass on your old team. They kicked you out when you went 7-9 or whatever. You went almost
One of the better
500.
records, yeah, one of the better
So
records of the
yeah,
past 10
yeah.
years,
So
yeah.
I think he's gonna come in and whoop ass back in Tennessee. So yeah, give me Patriots all the way.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots as well. It's tough with Cam Ward being a rookie. I mean, going up against this competition, it is tough, especially the
Hmm.
way New England's been playing the past couple weeks. Put a butt whooping on the Bills, and then yeah, who'd they play last week? They put a butt whooping on them too. It was like the Vegas Raiders or something like that, wasn't it?
Last week,
Oh,
the
the Tennessee
Patriots.
played the Saints 25-19.
Yeah,
Still a handled win. I think they got yeah. So I mean, yeah, 4-2 Patriots, 1-5 Titans. I'm gonna rock with the Patriots this one, just the way Drake May's been playing. Mike Vrabel coming back to Tennessee, showing what they're missing out on and everything like that. So yeah, give me the New England Patriots in this one. Stefon Diggs, I bet you he has a touchdown in this one as well. So I mean that could be a TD lock for one of us here in the next
yeah,
next round here. But yeah, Patriots looking good. They got to get Travion Henderson going here more. I mean,
yep.
Ramon Stevenson's fumbled the ball pretty much every game. He's every game he's touched the ball in, and so Yeah, I think they got to get Travion Henderson going here as well. Kayshon Bouttie's been playing well though as well.
Yep.
He's had a couple touchdowns last week. So, but yeah, give me the Patriots in this one over the Titans in Nashville here. Moving on, we got a divisional game here at noon o'clock. You got the 2-4 Las Vegas Raiders, who have been roller coaster of a season there, with Geno throwing 3 interceptions one game, 3 touchdowns another, and then kind of falling off. Man, Pete Carroll, tough team to take over there in Las Vegas, and Tom Brady's probably not the happiest campers there
I mean,
in Vegas, but the Chiefs. It's tough to play at Arrowhead, and Detroit found that out last week on Monday night, getting their butt kicked. The Chiefs put up 30 points against Detroit. Looked like the good old Chiefs again. And big news, not big news, but
well, it's
the
big
moment
news.
we've all been waiting for is Rachee Rice coming back week 7, and so you got Xavier Worthy, Rachee Rice, and Hollywood Brown
And
all
Juju
team.
Smith-Schuster and
Yeah,
Travis Kelce and
yeah. I mean, but the big
Isaiah
three are
Pacheco in
those.
the backfield. I mean,
Yeah, the
that's
big
a
three are
powerful
those.
offense.
Yeah, but yeah, Juju, he's going to the bench after getting his ass beat by Deion Branch there last week. He's probably
Yeah.
going to be riding the bench, and probably he should probably retire after that, honestly. Uh,
No, that was a.
but
It was a. I mean, his was a cheap shot. Well, his is a legal move. Crackback's a legal move. That's a legal block.
yeah,
Um, you're going up to somebody and just punch them in the face when they're trying to shake your hand. I mean,
yeah, but
that's
then
kind of a.
after, okay, yeah, get that. But then what about after when Xavier Worthy was holding him back and Juju was attacking him? He still got his ass put on the ground and his helmet ripped off. So I
No,
mean,
well, I guess no. It
tough
was
scene,
Isaiah Pacheco was kind of holding him back, but he
tough
grabbed
scene,
Juju's face mask and then like kind of swung him.
tough
I
scene.
don't know if Pacheco was really trying to get involved. Anyways, I
Did you
think he
see
was like,
that?
hey,
Did you see that that picture of Juju laying on the ground with his helmet ripped off his face? Is like
he got blood on his nose too.
that's a
Yeah,
tough scene, man. But yeah,
yeah,
anyway, back to it. Divisional game. Here you got the
just
Kansas City
yeah.
Chiefs hosting the Raiders here, 3-3 with Ray Rice coming, not Ray Rice, but
Not Ray
uh,
Rice, but that's kind of sounds like some shit Ray Rice would do against what's his name, Juju Smith-Schuster. Maybe kick him in the head or something.
but yeah. So Chiefs hosting the Raiders. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, yeah,
Oh shit,
Raiders
hold
should be
on.
a
Yeah, 12.5 point spread here for the Chiefs. So this is kind of
that's fine.
biggest
Yeah,
one of the
I'm
week.
just saying, yeah, Raiders. I mean, I wasn't going to pick the Raiders anyways, but they should be a lot better than they are. Ashton Genty's kind of coming alive. I mean, it's fun to see him run around. Been playing decent. Obviously, get Brock Bowers hasn't done really anything in
He's
the entire year.
hurt last week, and I think he's
Yeah,
probably going to
but
be out this week too.
probably, but he's really didn't do anything. Hasn't done anything the entire year. Yeah, Geno Smith, not a great quarterback to bet on. I know he played decent with the Seattle Seahawks, but yeah, you got to go Chiefs all the way, like you said. All those weapons. Rashee Rice is their number one, obvious number one when he comes back. That just bumps your 1 and 2 to the 2 and 3. Open the field up a little bit. Hopefully Isaiah Pacheco can get running the ball a little bit better. Then just opens up the field a bit more. And then obviously you got your target in the middle with Travis Kelce. So yeah, Chiefs by a million here. I think they'd absolutely dominate, especially the game they played last week. They looked like they're getting back to their old selves.
Yeah, defense looked good too last week. You think 12.5 is too many for the Raiders,
I don't think
or
so. I think this will be
you
the
think they
biggest win
cover?
of. I think this will be the biggest win of the
I
year.
guess
14, 2 touchdowns.
13, even a touchdown and 2 field goals. But I mean, Raiders, it's a divisional game. I don't think
Yeah,
they're going
you
to go
can.
out just sad and not give up,
No, but
not put up
it's
a
all the.
fight. But
It all depends if Geno throws 3 touchdowns or 3 interceptions. If he throws 3 interceptions like he's done 2 times this year, um, I mean that's not gonna.
I can see it happening too. Yeah, give me the Chiefs in this one as well. This one should be a lock of the week as well, but it is divisional. That always scares me. I mentioned that last week with the Giants and the Eagles, and yeah, look at what happened on that one. The Giants
Right.
took that one. So, yeah, divisional game, but yeah, give me the Chiefs in this one. I don't know, 12.5 is a lot in the NFL, but
It is. Yeah.
it could be done by especially the Kansas City Chiefs there, looking good. Uh, Last week at least. I shouldn't say the rest of the season, but they're starting to get back into form. I feel like usually they do start a little slow, but start to crank it up. They could. You said they could go undefeated the rest of the season.
Possibility, but I
Yeah,
don't. I'm not going to bet that, but it is a possibility. I mean, they started out one of their slowest they've ever have. look
Yeah.
like the Bengals in the first 4 or 5 games of the season, and we'll see. Yeah, it'd be fun to see, but I don't want to see the Chiefs in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl again. But I
Yeah.
mean, the Chiefs are the Chiefs.
Yep. Yes, they are. And then speaking of champions, we got the most recent champion of the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, traveling to Minneapolis to take on the Minnesota Vikings here, coming off a bye. Um, yeah, Philly favored by 1.5 on the road. This one's a tough one. Vikings don't really have a for sure quarterback right now. Both Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy are still dealing with a little bit of injury. Carson Wentz obviously got banged up last week or a couple weeks ago in the shoulder and the ribs and the everything basically. But he is dealing with a shoulder injury. But it would be kind of fun revenge game coming back at Minnesota where he grew up a
Hmm.
fan. Loved the Minnesota Vikings growing up, but then going back taking on his home team in the Philadelphia Eagles, where he took them basically to the playoffs. He did take them to the playoffs, and then Mike Foles finished it out. But he does have a Super Bowl ring, but he should be the starting quarterback for that Super Bowl team. But yeah, what do you got? What do you got to add in this one? What do you want to? Who you got in this one? Yeah, all the above.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, Eagles, that terrible loss last week against the Giants, pretty much an ass whooping by the Giants. Giants offense looked like they didn't have any issue in the running game, their passing game. Um, oh man, I mean, Vikings coming off a bye week, I guess. I just think it's yeah, because I don't think the Eagles are the Eagles anymore. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. I think there's a lot of issues. I think it starts with the head coach, their offense, getting the right people the ball, not handing the ball off enough, maybe. I just got to go Eagles here because I'm just thinking through stuff and I was like, well, just give Saquon the ball and he'll make shit happen. And um, I think that's what it is. And then yeah, their best defensive player was out last week.
Yeah,
I hope he should be back this week. He's going to stop the run, and your
Jalen
run
Carter.
game's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, Jalen Carter, your run game's not really there. I mean, Alexander Madison's decent, but he's not a guy that can take over the game like Saquon Barkley can. And like you said, yeah, two iffy quarterbacks. I mean, I don't think JJ's going to play at all. So you got one iffy quarterback, and then who's your backup? If Carson Wentz cannot go, or if he gets hurt through
Brosman,
the first
Max Brosman or Brosma or something like
Brosmer,
that.
Brosmer, yeah. That's just tough to rely on a third string quarterback to win you a game. Guess definitely against the former Super Bowl champions. So I got to go Eagles here, man. But I just don't know what the game's going to be like. I think it might be very close. Could be a blowout. I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
it
go Eagles here.
should be a fun one. I think obviously I'm going with the Vikings, but
Hmm.
yeah, if we can get that story coming back, if you can get Carson Wentz healthy and ready to go, he was limited participant practice and everything. He might have been a full participant, but he did practice today, and so I mean that's on the right track. Um, and yeah, you got a bunch of weapons. I mean, you got to utilize them. Obviously, we got some rest coming back from overseas, so we don't have to play right away. We didn't have to play right away last week, so we can get back acclimated to the U.S. of A. And yeah, get back to Minnesota culture. I think we got like 8 home games out of the next 10. So I mean, we're gonna be playing at home a lot, just since we started off on the road quite a bit.
Hmm.
We do have a tough schedule. Don't get me wrong. We got a tough ass schedule coming up. Eagles, Chargers, Packers, Lions, Bears. I mean, we got a tough schedule coming up. Giants are in there too. Ravens are in there. And should Lamar Jackson should be back by the time we play the Ravens. So I mean, we got a tough ass schedule coming up, and it's not going to be easy. And so we do got to squeak a couple wins out of these next couple weeks, and I think we might be able to get it done here. Just because the Eagles are kind of falling apart here in the middle of the season. Don't have AJ Brown going, don't have Devontae Smith going, don't even have Saquon going, or anything like that. It's tough to see the Eagles like this in week 4, but week 6 with 4-2, coming off that Super Bowl slump there. But Vikings got to get one here, because it's going to be a tough road ahead. So I think we might be able to get it done, especially with the yeah, lackluster Eagles team the last few weeks. So yeah, give me the
Hmm.
Minnesota Vikings. Hopefully we can get it done. I have confidence, but not a whole lot. But 1.5 dogs on at home. That's tough. That's tough to see. So yeah, give me the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think we lose at home in this one. Yeah. Anything else to add on that one? I got the Vikes. You got the
No.
Eagles.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. Moving on. This one should be I don't even know what to think about this one, but we got another noon o'clocker. We got the 3-3 Panthers who are balling the last couple games on a few game win streak there. Rico Dowdle's putting up like 500 yards in the past 2 games, all purpose. Going up against the Jets, we mentioned let up 9 sacks on Justin Fields, and he only threw for like 45 yards total. It was just a tough scene all around for the Jets last week. Even
Yeah.
though they even though they lost by 2,
I
and
mean,
they
yeah,
could have
but
won that game too. There's a lot of questionable coaching decisions in that one, but yeah, 3-3 Panthers, 0-6 Jets, the only winless team in the NFL left to play. But Carolina's only favored by 1.5. They are on the road, but yeah, what do you got to add? Who do you got?
yeah, tight one here. I mean, Jets, like you mentioned, I think we talked about it earlier, but yeah, Justin Fields 9 completions, was also sacked 9 times. He had 45 yards, something like that, but he had lost 55 yards in sacks. Pretty crazy. Obviously, the offensive line is not taking care of him well, or he's not getting rid of the ball, which I've heard too. He has a bunch of time. He's protected, but he's not getting rid of the ball.
Yeah,
Finding his receivers. So one or the other, not a good deal. Carolina Panthers. I mean, Rico Dowdle. I have some numbers written down here. Week 5, 234 all-purpose yards, and 239 week 6 all-purpose yards. So he's had over 550 yards or close to 550 yards in the past 2 weeks. And then I did see that him and Chuba Hubbard were going to split the backfield this week. I think that was what I saw. So they're gonna. It doesn't matter who really takes the first snap, but they're gonna split the backfield this week, and to kind of see who does better. I know your take on this if you wanted to give that, but no, I got Carolina Panthers here. Just the way the Jets have looked, 0-5 or 0-6, not looking great. So I'm gonna go with the Carolina Panthers here.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. With the way Rico Dowdle's been playing, Chuba Hubbard being banged up the last couple of weeks, I think Rico Dowdle carved out his role, possibly as I mean, yeah, Chuba Hubbard. Don't get me wrong, great season last season, a little banged up, getting older, but I think he gets traded here by the trade deadline. There's a lot of teams out there that could use a running back. I know there's a lot of teams with banged up running backs.
Chargers.
Yep, exactly. Chargers are looking for a running back, and he would be a great fit there. Honestly, he's
Mm-hmm.
another version of a better version of Vidal who balled out last week. I mean, he's a
Yep.
better runner, maybe not as good as a pass catcher, but he is a great pass catcher too. So I mean, there are some teams out there looking for a running back, and he could be a target here come trade deadline. So that's just something to look out for. But yeah, the 3-3 Panthers have been playing really well the last couple of weeks. And yeah, Bryce Young, he was on one of the mic'd ups and everything, and he was looking confident and everything like that. So he sounded confident. He was piping up his teammates, everything like that last week. And yeah, they got the dub. Another big one. Nothing to slack out against the Cowboys, winning 30 to
Mm-hmm.
27, and they put up 30 points. So I mean, they're putting up some numbers. Obviously, Rico Dowdle is a big part of that, putting up
Right.
like you said, 500 of the last 2 weeks. But yeah, the Jets, it's shambles over there. I mean, granted, they have been putting up good numbers, close games, but this one's yeah, and it's in MetLife. The Jets might get their first win this week, to be honest. Honestly, I mean
I don't
Panthers,
think
yeah,
so.
playing well. 0-3 on the road though. They're 3-0 at home. Tough to play them at home,
Mm-hmm.
but they're 0-3 on the road. So Jets
I get that.
might
Yeah.
might get their first dub on the at home here. Oh man.
No, I don't. I don't.
I have
Why?
yeah.
I don't want it either because I want Aaron Glenn to get fired.
Why? Dude, he hasn't even had
Because
a shot.
he's because he's came in thinking they're saying he's a
Yeah,
defensive
yeah.
coach. His defense was phenomenal with the Lions. He hasn't done jack shit on defense. Obviously,
Right.
they're 0-6. They can't stop any points. They can't stop any offense. That's my take. Might be a hot take, but no,
Yeah.
I want them to lose, and I think they will lose at home because obviously they're 0-4 at home as well. So.
Yeah,
Um,
well, they're 0-6. They haven't won a game. They're not.
Right. So I mean, the 0-3.
But they've
I'd
been
rather
in a
take
lot
the
of
0 and
close
3.
ones. I mean, against the Steelers first week. I mean,
That was first week though.
but Broncos last week. I mean, they held the Broncos 13 points. I mean, They're
Yeah,
not.
but
They're not.
when's the last time they scored 30 points besides the first week?
Yeah, I mean, I think they had 20 something against the Cowboys. They put up a good fight against the Cowboys, I think.
And Cowboys defense is probably one of the worst too. Obviously, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously you see the Panthers put up 30, the Cowboys or Packers put up 40. I mean,
yeah. I mean, this one it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot closer. Yeah, it's only 1.5. I
it will be.
mean,
I could see like a 12-9.
might be a fun game. I think it might be high scoring than that. I think the Jets rebound after that last week. Line protects a little bit. I think they're getting their ass shoot, so I think they try a little bit harder this week. But that Broncos defense is tough, man. Panthers defense half pretty tough too. Secondary is really good, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
My
Jets. I don't know,
my
man. They
question for
might get
you
the
is
first win. I'm gonna go with the. I picked the Jets the last
my
couple of
question for
weeks.
you is though, at what point in the NFL season do you tank? Because obviously Justin Fields is not their answer, what they thought it would be. So when do you tank? Because they're already 0-6.
Justin Fields
And
is he's
he's a
been
good quarterback. Yeah,
he's
he's
been
an
playing
athlete.
well.
He's an
He's been
athlete.
playing well.
He's been playing all right. I
Last
would
week was
say
tough. You mean you're going against one of the number one defenses in the NFL and the Broncos.
I don't know if they're number one, maybe top five.
They have
Yeah,
the second most pass pressures and pass rushes
yeah, and
pressures in the NFL
yeah, I get that. And that's why he got sacked
behind the
nine
Hawks,
times.
Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, I mean just one behind. I think it's 106, 166 to 165 and pass pressures throughout the season between the Seattle Seahawks and the Broncos. So I
Yeah.
mean Broncos are good. I mean the Broncos defense is nothing. They're
Hmm.
top five at least in
Yeah,
all
we're spending.
categories.
This is probably the poopiest game of them all. So
Yeah, give me
I
the
don't know.
Jets. I think the Jets get the first dub here. Yeah, give me the
That's a
Jets.
risky take, but yeah, I like
I'll
it. I
take
like
it.
the riskiness. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Give me the Jets. I will take it. Jets, Jets, Jets. All right. Let's go move on here. We got the Denver Broncos 4-2 hosting the 2-4 New York Giants who are on a 2 game win streak here. No, not they
Nope.
lost to the
Nope. Two
Chargers in
and two and
between
one.
there. Yeah,
Nope. Beat the Chargers. Lost to the Saints, and then
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
beat the
yeah.
Eagles. So I mean,
Yep.
two big wins
Yep.
for them.
Two against good teams, yeah, and then they lost to the Saints there. But yeah, Broncos 4-2, 2-4 Giants. Denver is favored by 7.5. This one should be a good one here at 3:05 o'clock here at Mile High. Who do you got? Who do you got? And what do you got to add?
Man, I love Cam Siatabu. Last week, three touchdowns, over 100 yards, or about 100 yards against the Eagles. Broncos beat the Jets by two, only two. We just talked about the Jets, so I can't. That's good layover. Obviously, I don't think the Jets are that good, but obviously 9 sacks against the Jets offensive line is huge. Giants offensive line seemed to do well against the Eagles. Obviously, we said Eagles
Jalen
weren't
Carter
fully
was out.
healthy. Jalen
Yeah.
Carter was out in the middleman, so that makes a difference. But this is a tough one for me. Like I said, I love Cam Scattaboo. I love Jackson Dart.
I like watching the Giants play. They're fun to
They're
watch.
fun, dude. They got a lot of swag. I mean, Cam Scattaboo is just an angry runner. He's hype, and Jackson Dart's got a lot of swag. So they're fun to watch. Young players are fun to watch. But I think being at home, I don't think I think it'd be closer than seven. That's what I have. What do you have here? Seven and a
Seven and a
half. So it's
half. Yeah.
changed half a point here. Um, I'm gonna go Broncos at home. I'm gonna go Broncos because, like I said, I love the Giants and I like what they're bringing, but I just think they might be a one hit game and then down win one lose one, type season. Still have a great season if they do that. But I'm gonna go Broncos here at home
Yeah, it's tough to play at
and
Mile
I like Bo
High.
Nix.
Yeah, I like Bo Nix too, and it's tough to play at Mile High. But that defense on the Broncos, they're going to be getting after Jackson Dart. I think this is going to be a tough game for Jackson Dart. He's going to get hit a lot. Hopefully not. Hopefully it just balls out. I thought Philly was going to do the same thing
Dude,
to the
yeah.
Giants. But yeah, they proved me wrong there. Giants balled out last week. They do have a lot of hype and swagger. Just wait till Malik Neighbors gets back next year. Obviously, sucks they have to wait a whole nother year to watch all three of them play together. But
Hmm.
um, it's going to be a fun team the next 5 years. That's a fact.
Next 10 years,
Um,
hopefully.
yeah, maybe, but yeah, that's going to be a fun team to watch here in the future. But I don't think they can get it done at Mile High against this high-powered Broncos defense. Bo Nix, he's got to play well. I think they come out, score right the first drive, and then they go on like an 80-yard drive the first drive, and then all they do is dink and dunk and run the ball, do some jet sweeps the rest of the game. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Sean Payton kind of calling some silly play calls and kind of
Hmm.
protecting Bo Nix a little bit, making sure he doesn't make any mistakes. But he goes out week before and praises his quarterback, saying he's the best in the NFL, all that fun stuff. I mean, and then he gives him one drive and then just doesn't utilize him the rest of the game. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. Maybe they just knew that they were better than Jets and just wanted to get up on them and hold that lead. But Giants aren't somebody to mess around with. This is going to be a fun game to watch. Hopefully, the Giants come out swinging and show that swagger like they did last week. But yeah, I think Dart is a little bit banged up, maybe a little bit questionable. I mean, last few weeks he's been getting
No,
hit
dude,
a
he didn't.
lot.
He didn't get really hit. Dude, he is so elusive. He was
Yeah,
breaking people's ankles out there. He looked like a I don't know what to compare him. Like a little bit of Josh Allen, a little bit of shit. Some moves he was making, a little bit of Lamar Jackson. I
Steve
mean,
Young, dude. Yeah.
he looks athletic. Um, so we'll see what he does. I mean, he's going against a good defense last week. We'll see what he can do this week against the Denver Broncos D.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, give me the Broncos at Mile High and this one here at 305. But yeah, give me the Bronx. Yeah, it's tough. It's going to be a tough scene if they let up 9 sacks or even 5 or 6 sacks. That's going to be tough for
Hmm.
the Giants. But yeah, give me the Broncos in this one, just with their defense and at home. Yeah, coming up at 305 here, you got the 5-1 Colts traveling to LA to take on the 4-2 Chargers. This one should be another fun one to watch. A lot of tough games to choose here this week, but you do have the Chargers favored by 1.5 at home over the 5-1 Colts, the powerhouse Colts here in the NFL here, leading through week 6, heading into week 7 here. But yeah, what do you got to add? What do you got? Who do you got as far as your pick and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I mean Chargers. We talked about it last week. They're banged up in the backfield with the running backs. That one dude you just mentioned is their name earlier. That practice squad running back that they have
Vidal, yeah,
played
Kamiah Vidal
played
or
pretty
whatever,
decent, and I mean they still got the receivers, I guess. Yeah, Lad McConkey had another touchdown
stepped
last
up.
week.
Yep, stepped up huge. Called
Yep.
that touchdown as well.
I just don't think they're. I think they're mediocre. I think they'll win some games, they'll lose some games. I just think the Colts are on a roll. They believe in Danny Dimes. The entire, Indianapolis is electric for that team right now. They get the whole city behind them,
Well, state.
um, the whole state behind them. So yeah, I gotta go Colts here. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to see them. I mean, they're on top of the AFC right now. They haven't been that in since back in the day when
Decades. Peyton
yes,
Manning
when
was
they
there.
when they played the Chicago Bears in the Super Bowl, I believe it was. Yeah, Bears and Colts. But no, I'm gonna go Colts against the Chargers here.
Yeah, I think Chargers found something in Kamai Vidal, or however you pronounce his name. Lad McConkey and Justin Herbert are just starting to find their itch and their groove here. Um, the last couple of weeks, Quentin Johnson obviously banged up with a hammy injury. Hopefully he's back this week. Just put some more firepower on that Chargers offense. But on the other side, you got Johnathan Taylor, JT, and you got Jalen, or not Jalen Warren, but Tyler Warren, balling out as
Hmm.
well, who scored another touchdown last week, called that one as well. It's gonna be a fun game to watch. Josh Downs had a pretty decent game last week, one of his biggest ones of the year. And yeah, Danny Dimes, man, Indiana Jones coming into the clutch here and coming in rejuvenated himself in Indianapolis. Fun to watch. Same him and Sam Darnold here with the Vikings last year and the Seahawks this year. Just fun to see those guys play well. Uh, and obviously Baker talking about rejuvenated quarterbacks and everything like
Hmm.
that. But yeah, Colts. This is a tough one for me. I do like the Chargers, especially being at home. But being at home means you're in an enclosed stadium, so no outside forces except for the noise. And the Colts also play in a stadium with a lot of loud noise. They call it the Loud House for a reason. So I mean, basically, that's obviously not home field advantage, but used to the environment and everything. Colts look good, but I think I'm gonna go with John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh. I keep getting those Jim Harbaugh in the Los Angeles Chargers and yeah, Justin Herbert at the helm. And then hopefully Kamai Vidal has a great game, but this Colts defense is pretty stout. But I think, yeah, Lad McConkey splits up the defensive secondary, and Keenan Allen gets a few catches, and hopefully Quentin Johnson's back to help out the squad as well. But give me the LA Chargers in this one
Oh
over the
boy.
Colts, knocking off the Colts win streak there. Yeah,
There you go.
give me the Chargers. Yeah, moving on, probably Cal America's game of the week. You got the Cowboys and the Commies there, 325. I mean, these are two long time teams in America. Should be a fun game. Commies 3-3. Obviously got that loss last couple nights ago on Monday night against the Bears. Tough loss from them. Jaden Daniels looked halfway decent. Um, big news, or not big news, but the news, hopefully good news here in the future. Terry McLaurin might be back this week, so hopefully he is able to play. Ja'Cory Crossy Merritt, or however you pronounce his name.
Bill.
Bill. Yep, just call him Bill. He's didn't have a great game last week, but this Cowboys defense led up 200 yards last week on the ground to Rico Dotto. So a lot of confusion. Commies didn't think they'd be 3-3 this year with how Jaden Daniels performed last year. Obviously, a little bit banged up, all that good stuff. But yeah, this one should be a good one here. Washington is favored by 1.5 in this one, in Dallas, in Jerry World. But yeah, who do you got in this one? 2-3-1 Cowboys, 3-3 Commies.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go Cowboys here. And nobody's gonna like me for saying this. I know not a ton of Cowboys fans watch this. A few do, I know though. Yeah, Cowboys at home. Obviously, want to know they put up. I mean, Packers played them at home, put up 40 points apiece. Went to overtime with the Packers. They played really well at home. They put up points. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb's unfortunately not gonna be back, but they have.
Is he not? Is that official?
Yeah, they play. He was on. They had to make a destination for him. I believe this week. Maybe this week, week 7. We played him week. Shit, what was it? We were 2-0-1, I think. Yeah, we were 2-0-1 against him. Whatever.
So week 3, week 4.
Week 7 he'd have to have a destination, or he'd have to miss this next week. I believe. Don't count me on that. But no matter what, they don't need him. They got George Pickens, so. They don't need CeeDee Lamb. They got George Pickens. He's been playing baller. This is the best year by far with a new team.
Oh, with the new quarterback.
Talk about rejuvenation.
The Steelers didn't have a fucking quarterback for the last 5 years. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
But still, rejuvenation of a career right here. Whether he stays with the Cowboys or whether he goes to a different team, I think he's rejuvenated. He can find a different team and ball out. But no, this game, defense is a struggle for the Cowboys, especially the run defense. But give me the Cowboys at home. I think that Dak tosses for 100 or 400. Hopefully Javonte can ball out, go for 75, 100 yards, and I think George Pickens has another touchdown or 2. So I'm going to go Cowboys at home.
Yeah, this one's tough for me. I mean, I had the Commies marked on my sheet, but the way you're talking about the Cowboys and just thinking about how they play at home, they do ball out at home, and Dak is really good in Jerry World. And if they do get CeeDee Lamb back, that's scary because I think he's questionable. I looked at some fantasy. I don't have CeeDee on my fantasy, but I have
I'll look him up pretty quick.
Yeah. I think he's Q for questionable. So he might be back. I mean, he's missed the last 3 or 4 weeks there with a high ankle sprain.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see if Terry McLaurin's back, Deebo Samuel, Bill. And if they let up 200 yards on the ground, that is not good. Their run defense was not good last week. So. Yeah, and they let 30 up to the Carolina Panthers. So I mean, if Commies scored 25 against the Bears, I think the Bears defense is a little bit better than the Cowboys defense right now. So Commies might be able to get it done, dude. And Jane Daniels looked pretty healthy. He's obviously has that knee brace on his left knee, but he has been playing pretty well. Threw 3 touchdowns last week. Had that pick or whatever, but. Yeah, I had the fumble towards the end of the game, which cost him. But I think he's just getting back into the game shape and everything. So I'm going to actually go Commies. I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm going to go Commies on the road. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Commanders on the road just because I need some games back.
There is a good chance that the star pass catcher will be back this weekend. Fantasy managers would love to see Lamb put in full participant on Thursday as long as Lamb's workload is limited. Or isn't limited, but he might be limited. But it sounds like there is a good chance he could be back. So that obviously takes a little bit of pressure off of George Pickens, spread it around a little bit, and Dak. So
and the
we'll
whole
see.
Offense, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, you're going Commanders here. I'm going Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go commies still. I'm gonna take the commies. Just with the performance of the defense last week from the Cowboys, last couple of weeks from the Cowboys, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go commies on the road here to cover that 1.5 and take the dub there. Maybe not cover the 1.5. They might win by one, but it's gonna be a close one. Should be a fun one. Yeah, America's game of the week there.
Yeah.
And then yeah, moving on. This is your game of the week here. You got the 3-1-1 pack going down to Glendale, Arizona to take on the 2-4 Cardinals, who, yeah, tough to, it's a lot of question marks around there. Marvin Harrison and concussion protocol
Yep.
doesn't help, but they still do have Trey McBride. Zay Flowers, or not Zay Flowers, but Zay Jones from the
Hmm.
Jaguars. He had a pretty good, big game following Marvin Harrison's exit there in the first quarter, but yeah, Kyler Murray was out last week, and Jacoby Brissett was the starting quarterback, and could look like that this week too, going up against the Packers defense, who start the year was like, hey, the talk, but then last couple of weeks haven't been crazy good. Only had one sack last week and like three pass deflections or something like that. So, yeah, Packers 3-1-1 going up against the Arizona Cardinals, who are 2-4. Green Bay is favored by 6.5. What do you got to add? Who do you got?
Yes, I mean, like you said, Packers played decent. A little bit. It was kind of a scary game going up against the Bengals. I mean, obviously we had a good lead, two touchdown score lead, and they had that throw to Jamar Chase, Joe Flacco, and Jamar Chase connect in the end zone. Um, Kind of got it close, pretty scary. I just think our biggest thing here is the Cardinals. Our run defense is pretty damn good. We're number one in the NFL, our rush defense, and their running back. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's a young 26-year-old.
Well, you got that they're banged up at the running back position,
Right,
but they got
right.
they got Michael Carter, they got Bam
Carter.
Knight.
I'm thinking of Michael Carter.
Yeah, and then Bam Knight scored a touchdown last week. He had like 11 carries last week. Bam Knight did. And then
Mm-hmm.
they also have Eman DeMarcado, who had that fumble at the goal
Yeah,
line
yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
So I
But
think that's a big thing. If we can, I mean, like you said, they're banged up. If we can take completely, we think we allow on average the past five games because obviously we had to buy 72 yards on the ground, which is pretty damn good, number one in the NFL. Um, if we can completely take away the run game, that's going to create some havoc, especially our pass rushers. It's about damn time that we can see Micah Parsons actually get after the quarterback because he's got a lot of pressures, but he's had a sack and a half. Yeah, sack and a half. Rashawn Gary, and I was looking at some stats. Michael, with having him, Rashawn Gary has 4.5 sacks.
mhm.
So I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, obviously it takes a lot of pressure off of the other pass rushers to get to the
yeah,
quarterback
having
if
Micah
he's
does
double
take a lot of
teamed and all
pressure.
that good stuff. Yeah, of
Exactly. So it
course.
opens up a gap for our defense. But my biggest thing is we can completely take away that run game, and they can barely run. They're going to start passing on first and second down. I think we win the game. Our DBs are fine. With Xavier McKinney in the backfield playing safety. Um, yeah, in like Kyler
This is
Murray.
easy, dude. Yeah.
I know I just want to break it down a little bit, but yeah, I get the Packers, but Kyler Murray is questionable. How good was it? Marcus Mariota, you said, or who's their back? The
Jacoby
Cardinals back,
Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, he played pretty well last week, so they might stick with him
Not
and
bad.
play it safe, um, and keep Kyler on the bench one more time. And yeah, Marv probably won't play, or he's questionable. So yeah, I think the Packers walk away with this one, and I do think they cover that 6.5. I think is what you have too. You have 6.5. So I think they cover that too, and I think they beat them by about 10. Going
Yeah.
Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers as well in this one. Um, Christian Watson. I don't think he's playing next week or this week here against the Cardinals, but
No,
he's gonna be coming back here in the next couple of weeks.
he has
Just
to. Yeah.
another weapon. I think Matthew Golden had his biggest week of his season
Mm-hmm.
so far last week. Yeah, I think that. I mean, yeah, obviously Packers against the Bengals. I mean, they still scored 27 points. Uh, Josh Jacobs had a couple touchdowns, had another one of his
Best
biggest
game. Yeah.
games of the week, of the season. So I mean, yeah, and then obviously banged up on the Arizona Cardinals offense. The defense is pretty halfway decent, but with that being said, I mean the Packers offense is a lot of firepower, a lot of weapons. Tucker Craft, I mean they can go any which way. They did put up, or Jacoby Brissett put up 27 points last week against the Indianapolis Colts, which we said they had a pretty stout defense. So
Hmm.
this one should be fun. Do you think the Packers cover the 7 or the 6.5?
I do, yeah, I really do.
Yeah,
I
you said
think,
10, didn't you?
yeah, I think about 10, but I just feel like the Packers are that bye week helped a little bit. I mean, our O line the first two weeks after our first game against Detroit was pretty banged up, and now we're starting to get our people back.
Yeah,
So hopefully they're healthy enough to put a full game together. So I really do have faith in them, but obviously I'm a Packers fan, so I mean,
yeah,
obviously got a little
obviously.
bias
Yeah.
there.
But a lot of O lines, a lot of injuries this year. I mean, obviously being in NFL, playing in fantasy, a lot of injuries. But this year, man, just seems like it's a hell of a lot more than what we're used to, especially with the star injuries. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, Malik Neighbors, Joey Burrow, like a lot of big names being out here. Bucky Irving, last couple
Bosa,
of
Joey
weeks. Yeah,
Bosa.
Joey, yeah, a lot of big names being out here these first few weeks here. But it is tough to see. But I give me the Packers in that one. I think they do get it done on the road there and at State Farm Stadium there. Jake from State Farm. But yeah, moving on. Sunday night football here. Falcons, who got a big dub last week over the Buffalo Bills, man. Not doing great on prime time there. But Falcons defense looking really good. Gunslinger Michael Penix has been playing really well too. Drake London had a hell of a game. Bijan Robinson. This team is coming
Hmm.
together. Is what it looks like down there in Atlanta. They're one of those teams that hurt and miss. They surprise you one week, shit next week, all that good stuff. But if they can put a couple weeks back to back and build that confidence, I think the Falcons should be something to look out for there. But yeah, they're going up against the 4-2 49ers. Obviously, they're banged up. Fred Warner out, like you said. Joey Bosa out, like you said. Uh, all their wide receivers, pretty much. But good thing Kendrick Bourne's been stepping it up here recently. Hopefully, they get some of those wide receivers back. Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, all those guys. But Christian McCaffrey's been carrying the load there in San Francisco. But Brock Purdy should be back this week. Yeah, San Francisco favored by 2.5, 3-2 Falcons, 4-2 49ers. Yeah, San Francisco 2.5. What do you got? What do you got to add?
Yeah, I just think the run game with the Falcons, it's tough having Joey Bosa and Fred Warner out. That's your edge. Those are the guys that set your edge. If you have a running back that can bounce it outside, you got to rely on your linebackers. And I mean, Fred Warner, yeah, plays a
One of
little
the
bit
best to
linebacker
do it.
too.
Yeah.
So and he comes up on the edge too. So I mean, those are your two best defense players in my belief. So
Not your opinion and everyone's opinion. Those are the two best defense players on the 49ers defense, hands
right.
down.
And how many rushing yards did you say the Falcons had?
I think, Jameer Bijan Robinson at 81
Bijan,
yard
but and then
touchdown. I
then
think
what's
he
his
had
name?
like 140.
170. I think what's that other
Tyler
25?
Algier,
Algier had some yards too.
40 or
So
so. Yeah, I can probably
over
look it up
200
here.
yards rushing. Um, yeah, that just sucks. Being banged up sucks. And I mean, obviously, do you want to put? I just don't know. Is Brock Purdy going to come out and shit the bed like he did the first two games and go 0-2? I mean, might as well stick with who's winning you the games, I
Mac
guess.
Jones, yeah.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Yeah, this is kind of a tough one. I mean,
Yeah,
as
this
long
is
as
a
the
tough one.
49ers are healthy, they're good. I
They're
mean, they're four
unhealthy
and
though.
two for a reason. And Falcons, yeah, they've had some good wins. They beat the Bills, they beat the Vikings. They've had some good wins here, and they've been dominating actually those wins. So
And then they beat the Panthers 30-0. Or
yeah,
did the
well,
Panthers
yeah,
beat them 30-0? I think. Yeah.
yeah. Other way around,
Uh,
yeah. Panthers beat
yeah,
them 30
Panthers beat them
nothing.
30-0. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go 49ers.
Yeah, 49. I mean, not
I know they're banged up, but I mean I
got
just can't
Christian
really.
McCaffrey, man.
Yeah, I mean pretty much the only guy you can rely on, and
Well, no, Kendrick Bourne's been balling out too for the
he
49ers.
he has, yeah, he has. But like, thing is, I, their defense can't stop the run, and that's what the Falcons do the best.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm going
So I mean,
Falcons in this one. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going Falcons. I like the way Michael Penix been playing. A lot of confidence was built last week against the Bills. You saw Drake London have a couple touchdowns. Almost had that one at the end of the half too.
mhm.
Barely stepped out at the one. If he would just Superman did a little bit more, and he would have scored right at the end of the half, and would have put a really big statement on the Buffalo Bills there. Um, yeah, I like the way the Falcons have been playing. It is on the road though, so that's tough. If they were at home, I would for sure. That stadium is fucking sweet. The
Yeah,
Mercedes Benz is awesome, dude. That is the roof. They retracted it the first time
yep.
I think ever that they've had it open.
No, I think it's been it's yeah, maybe first time ever, but or it hasn't been in a long time yet. It looks like a little, I don't know, it's like a robot kind of type.
Dude, yeah, it's freaking
Pretty
sweet,
sick.
pretty futuristic, and yeah, everyone's been saying that that's probably one of the best stadiums in the National Football League, even ahead
Hmm.
of like SoFi and those powerhouse stadiums as well. But yeah, Falcons have been playing well, a lot of confidence built. If they can carry that over, I think I said this last week for another team they lost, but if they can carry that, I think I said it for Tennessee against the Raiders. But yeah, if the Falcons can carry what they're doing here over, yeah, it's gonna be fun. That division is pretty good. So a lot of tough teams in that division in the NFC. So
Yeah.
Falcons 49ers. I'm gonna go Falcons. Yeah, give me the Falcons to beat the 49ers on the road. Yeah, give me Michael Penix and Bijan and Drake London, and then hopefully Darnell Mooney is back for
I
the
don't think
Falcons.
so. I think he's questionable
He
still.
is questionable still, yeah, but hopefully he's back. He gets quite a few targets, and he could really step it up for the Falcons and give him another option there, another
Yeah.
weapon. So yeah, give me the Atlanta Falcons over the 49ers on Sunday night. And then moving to Monday night, we got two back to back again. I kind of like these back to back games on Monday night. These
Hmm.
ones are a little bit more spread out, not 6:15, 7:15. This is going to be a 6 o'clock and a 9 o'clock. So
This
we're
is
going to be
good. Yeah.
staying up till like midnight if you're trying to watch all these games. I'll probably fall asleep at 8:30. Honestly, I probably won't catch this Texans Seahawks game.
Yeah,
But
me either.
Monday night, 6 o'clock, got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been rolling. They're 5-1. Oh, going against the Lions, who obviously talked about them and the Chiefs on Sunday night. Got into that tussle and took the L in the game. Took the W in the fight though. But yeah, 5-1 Bucks, 4-2 Lions. Detroit favored by 5.5 at home. Mike Evans may be back in this one as well, but Emeka Mbuka I think is out for this one, which is tough to see there the way he's been
Hmm.
playing. Bucky Irving
I
maybe
think he's
back.
out. I
He's
think he's out as
doubtful.
well.
He's doubtful, but Rashad White's been playing really well the last couple of
But
weeks. So, yeah, what else you got to add? Who do you got?
nah, this one's awesome. Good Monday night. I mean,
Oh yeah,
haven't
this is
had
going to be the
we've
Monday
had
night
some
game to
obviously
watch.
like great Monday night ones. Obviously, we had the Bears one last week.
We've had a
That
good
turned out
football all
that turned
around. Yeah.
out Bears Washington turned out to be a pretty good game. Yeah, great games all week, but they're I mean kind of hard to pick. Bucks Lions at home. As much as I want to see the Lions lose, just for the Packers' benefit. Baker, I mean, he's had what two or three, maybe four comeback wins. He has to come back in the fourth quarter and win it.
Oh yeah, he does it every week, but
I
except
don't
for
think
last
can they
week.
do that against Dan Campbell's defense or his team. I don't think so, and I think the Lions' offense is too powerful with their two punch running backs and
Yeah,
receivers and tight end. You got Jared Goff.
yeah,
I got Detroit at home. I think, man. I don't want it, but I think that's the best pick in my opinion.
yeah. And then Detroit's record coming off a loss.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is because you brought this one up against
But yeah, I bring it up every time
the
they come off a
Packers.
loss. They're
Yeah, the
so good.
Packers. No, the Packers first game. I think you brought that one up. Like their opening like home opening game. Like Jared Goff was undefeated or something like that. Or
They're like 13-1 coming off a loss and everything. Like, yeah, he is good coming off a loss. So are the Detroit Lions, and I don't think they lose back to back. You picked the Lions?
yeah, I'm going Lions. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's. I don't think they lose back to back. But Tampa Bay, man, the way they've been playing, but they are banged up a little bit, and that's tough to see going up against this Lions offense and I mean, Lions defense isn't playing half bad. Obviously, last week they didn't play the best, but um, yeah, shoot, man, I do want to go with the Buccaneers. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not going to go against it. I'm not going to bet out Baker Mayfield. He should be top top odds to win MVP this year, even though it is. I think I saw Patrick Mahomes leading the MVP odds. I don't know how that's even possible with the way Baker's been playing. But give me Baker Mayfield to knock off the Lions again to make the Lions 4-3. Like you said, helps out our division tremendously if the Lions lose again. So yeah,
Hmm.
give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to knock out the Lions there on Monday night. That should be a hell of a game, though. Should be one for the record books. Hopefully, it is a shootout and just back to back, back and forth,
Yeah,
and then
it'll be
coming down to
fun.
the wire. Yeah, hopefully. I think Tampa Bay definitely covers that 5.5, though. I don't know why Detroit's favored by 5.5. The way Tampa Bay has been playing, especially at the end of the game. So yeah, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the Lions there on Monday night. And then yeah, moving on, we got the Houston Texans 2-3. Seattle Seahawks have been on a roll 4-2. Seattle is favored by 3.5 in the home of the 12th man. This one should be a fun one. Texans coming off a bye, put up a good points last week, 2 weeks ago. When they knocked off, who did they even play 2 weeks ago? But they knocked off somebody 2 weeks ago. Good team, Ravens. I guess not a good team.
Not a
Uh,
good team.
without Lamar Jackson and everything, but they did score like 37 points against the Ravens. So, but what do you got in this one? 4-2 Seahawks, 2-3 Texans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, yeah, Texans coming off a bye. Yeah, it looked decent. 2-3, 1-2 on the road. You're playing at a good hype crowd stadium, 12th man, like you said. Seattle looks good. I mean, I believe in Sam Darnold. The Vikings should have. Sucks for them.
Yeah, I missed out.
No, I'm gonna go Seattle Seahawks at home. Might be a tight game. Depends how CJ Stroud plays, but no, I think Seattle takes this.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
this one
and
should be.
hopefully Cooper Kupp can get in the end zone. Be pretty cool. But yeah, give me Seattle.
Yeah, this one should be a close one. The Texas offense really stepped it up a couple weeks ago. Hopefully they can figure that something out over the bye. Hopefully the bye didn't drain out all their confidence and momentum going into this game. Seattle's defense has been playing really well. Like I said, most pressures. I think they have the most time allowed for the quarterback to throw. Coming from Gray Zabel and the Seahawks O line
Yep.
there, they've been playing really well. But Texas defense is stout. They got one of the best pass rushers in the NFL with Grenard and those guys there. Not Grenard. Who's the guy that we traded away there for Travis or Daniil Hunter? Daniil
Hunter.
Hunter and those guys
Yeah.
there, and the Texans, Will Anderson Jr., all those guys. Shoot, this one's going to be a close one. Should be a fun one. But yeah, give me the Seattle Seahawks, especially being in Seattle, home of the 12th man there. Hopefully it's rainy and wet, and this time of the year it is usually that way. So give me the Seattle Seahawks at home, and then we have the Bills and the Ravens, two teams that haven't been doing hot this year on
Well,
buys.
definitely
So
not the
hopefully,
Ravens.
that helps. Yeah, Bills not the last couple of weeks either, but yeah, hopefully that helps get things on the right page for those couple teams there.
Yeah.
But yeah, those two teams on bye and should be a fun week 7. A lot of close games, tough slate to pick from again. 3 or 4 weeks in a row, it's been tough. So well, let's hop into the picks here quick. We only got a few minutes here before time runs out here. So let's go hop into the picks and TD picks and everything, and we'll wrap it up here. So should be a fun
Yes,
week
sir.
7 though, and all that good stuff. But yeah, TD picks of the week. Do you got your 3 picked out already, or what are you looking at here for TD locks of the week?
Yeah, I am gonna. I got mine picked out here. Oh, let's see here. Let's go. Kenneth Gainwell, backup running back for the Steelers. I'm going to take him over the Bengals on the road with run +1 rushing. I'm going to go first game back for Rachee Rice with the Chiefs. I'm going to have him one at home. I think he gets a touchdown at home at Arrowhead. I'm going to take him with +1 receiving or rushing, um, but I'll probably do one receiving. And then I'm going to go Josh Jacobs, my boy. Had 2 touchdowns last week, almost 100 yards rushing. He's on the road, but I think he can get it done. I'm gonna take him +1 rushing.
Yeah, all great picks. I think that Kenneth Gainwell is probably like plus 250 if you just want to put one bet on him. That's probably
Hmm.
going to be a sleeper of the week. Maybe they're splitting touches there in Pittsburgh the way he's been
Actually,
playing
yeah,
last
and
couple
I'll do
weeks.
I'll do Rashee Rice receiving. I'm gonna go +1 receiving or rushing for
Well, yeah,
Kenneth
you
Gainwell?
can.
Because I know yeah,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, just one touchdown is all you have to do. You don't have to do receiving or rushing.
right.
It's just one total touchdown, anytime touchdown there. But for my picks here, I think I named one in the pod. I'm gonna go Stefon Diggs with
Hmm.
another receiving touchdown there. He's been playing really well. Drake May's been playing really well, and I think they have a pretty good matchup there against the Tennessee Titans. Even though the secondary is halfway decent, but I think Stefon Diggs gets a touchdown there. And then give me Devon Achane with a touchdown over the Browns. Yeah, they do have a good run defense and everything, but I think they get it spread out wide enough. And Mike McDaniel's throwing, tossing the balls. He's either going to have a widespread rushing touchdown or receiving touchdown. And then as far as another one here, give me Jordan Addison with a receiving touchdown here against the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been playing really well, hasn't found the end zone yet. He is due coming in for his third or fourth week here, being healthy or not healthy, but being unsuspended here. I
Hmm.
think he finds the end zone against the Philadelphia Eagles. We need something coming out of there. So, yeah, give me Justin or Jordan Addison there with a receiving touchdown there against the Philadelphia Eagles, whose secondary has been halfway lackluster in the past few weeks. So,
Right.
yeah, give me Jordan Addison because everyone's going to be focused on Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison sneaks in for a TD there. So yeah,
Yes,
give me
sir.
those three there. And if you do want to throw in an honorary pick at all, you could
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go here. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna give me Jonathan Taylor +1 rushing.
Yeah, give me Bijan Robinson with a rushing touchdown as well against the 49ers. So especially with that banged up defensive line. So should be a fun week of the NFL. And yeah, should be a fun week 7. Hopefully Vegas doesn't kick our ass this week. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week on the pod. And yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you guys next week on the pod. Until then, peace.
Peace.